you for coming home. Sorry that the chairs are all warm. I left them here, I could have sworn. These are my salad days, slowly being eaten away. Just another play for today. Oh, but I'm proud of you, but I'm proud of you. Nothing left to make me feel small. Luck has left me standing so tall. Gold, always believe in your soul. You've got the power to know you're indestructible. Always believe in life that you're bound to return. There's something I could have learned. You're indestructible. Always believe in. After the rush has gone, I hope you find a little more time. Remember we were partners in crime. It's only 2 years ago, the man with the suit and the face, who knew that he was there on the case. Now he's in love with you, he's in love with you. My love is like a high prison wall, and you could leave me standing so tall. Gold, always believe in your soul. You've got the power to know you're indestructible. Always believe in, 'cause you are gold. I'm glad that you're bound to return. Something I could have learned. You're indestructible. Always believe in.
What is up, everybody? Hope everyone's well. I really appreciate everyone. I just had a little tech issue, but hope everyone's well. Remember to smash the like button. We're talking about Mac, computers, Ecamm, whatever. So, hope everyone's well. Hope everything sounds great. I'm also working on a big thing right now, actually. I'm working on a side project that people will love if you use Ecamm or Macs, and this ties into everything. But we're going to be talking about why I use the M1 Mac for streaming. So let's get started. I live stream, and I've been using multiple computers. I used a PC once for vMix. I used that for a year. And I used Ecamm. I have used OBS. I used vMix, Wirecast for a little bit. I was just testing it out. Never liked it. XSplit. All of these softwares that everyone used. But I like, and love dearly in my heart. And the Mac Mini and Ecamm just go together well. And I will tell you why I just love the M1. It's so powerful, and you can buy them for cheap. I mean, it's a good price. If you go to Apple's website, and you can go to the Mac Mini, base model. Base model is, let's see, $700. $700 you can stream. And I put this mini into its paces. So I had a little issue the other week because I was updating. Every streamer knows you shouldn't update, but I actually did. I updated to the new Mac OS, and I was so silly of myself because I did it and I screwed up my Mac. But I had another Mac, and this is why I love Ecamm. This is the second reason. It's very easy to use, and I can set it up in 5 to 10 minutes because I know how to use it. So I can set up a countdown timer, a microphone, a camera, and I'm set. And the reason I like Ecamm is I have multiple Macs, and it's so easy to use, and I could sign into another computer and I can still go live. And I was setting up another mini for someone, so that was great. So I have two Mac Minis, and so when this wasn't working, I just switched it up, and I had 5 minutes before I went live. I put music in, countdown timer, a camera source, and I went live. And then I did more scenes in preview mode. So that's amazing. And also, the coolest part is you can go to Apple, you can do whatever. The 16 gigabytes is actually better. That's what I have, and I've been able to do everything. But if you go to refurbished, you can get some great deals. Now, right now, there's only one, so that's not good, but if you can find a better deal, you can. And I found a refurbished, look, $700 for a Mac Mini. This can stream in 4K if you have to. This is very powerful. And it's a great unit. And yeah, thanks for suggesting the M1 Mini. Yes, it's a amazing device, and you can buy it for cheap, and you don't have to spend $1,500, $200, not anymore, because those were the old Macs, and these are so much better, and they are so powerful. And the M1 processor is beating out half of the competitors. I could, if you took away all of this gear, and I would only be able to have one computer, I would choose a M1 Mini. The M1 Mini, because I have done my testing. I did an interview before with Renee Ritchie, and I was streaming in 4K. I had a guest in. Also, I got 20 apps open. I had Premiere Pro. Not even Apple has supported it for the Mini. Or After Effects, Photoshop, Final Cut Pro. And I had all this and I was streaming. So this is a great computer, and this is under $1,000. And yes. Sammy, what monitor do you use with the Mini? I use a 1080p LG monitor, and I can post a link. Now, this LG monitor is pretty good. This is around $100, 24-inch. It's not the best. It's not the greatest. It's okay. 1080p, I can do my work. It looks fine in Ecamm, and it's not expensive. It's not, because some people say, oh, this is expensive. It's not. I like to do different tech. What if I even have, I have some expensive things and some don't. And this monitor looks fine, and I know Eileen has a iMac, but the thing is with her iMac is she needs a USB hub. So I'm just gonna, and she wanted to save some money. But I can tell you what monitor it is. So yeah. I hope, you get that. And it's just it's a great deal. It just works well. And I can use the same account as on another machine. So if I'm ever traveling, like pretend this was my laptop. No, this is not. This is the PowerBook G4. This is an old computer. If you did benchmarks, both of these are crazy. But what I'm saying is, Ecamm just works. It's easy, and I just like it, and it's simple. And I'm able to do everything with the Mini, with any computer. So, hope that helped. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask some questions. We can talk about anything right now. I'm trying to find the monitor that I told Eileen that I have, because it's a great monitor. It's this monitor. This is the monitor. Yes, I know that you have a Mac Mini M1, and thank you, I need to save up for that. Yes, the only thing is that you spent a lot of money on the iMac and the Mini, so you should just have one dedicated streaming machine. And are you using the Stream Deck right now? Yes, I have a Stream Deck, but right now it's just one thing, because I wiped my computer the other day because there was a little issue. So I had another computer that I was setting up for someone, and I just used it. And that's what's so great about Ecamm, is I can just sign in and still use Ecamm. So yeah, and I still looked fine. No one noticed, and we still had some great music. And also, we might have a new song that everyone maybe know. That is the throwback song. I got another song. So, yeah. And if you have any questions, hey, how are you? Hope everyone's well. We were just talking about the M1 and the screen that I was using. So that's great. Thanks for the monitor suggestion. Yes. Oh, that's smart. The iMac is dedicated streaming machine. The Mini is for everything else, like video editing and Photoshop. That's great. Okay, smart idea. That's great. So, that's smart. I wasn't able to do the two because I think that was a little too crazy for me. But right now, I'm on a clean machine, and so far, I haven't been needing editing or anything. So, that's great. But there was a sale on this monitor a couple weeks ago, but then I think something happened to it. But it was a great deal. It was like $109. But I think everything went up, and I think something sold out. But there's one for $186 for a 27-inch. So yeah, the 27-inch model is a good one too. So, does anyone else have any questions about streaming or any Mac related, and why I'm using Mac? Because I have always used Mac as my platform, as my preferred platform, but I tested out PC because some people said, oh, PC's better. PC's better than this. For streaming, I was like, okay, that's okay. But the thing is, what I love about Ecamm is the simplicity, and the look is very Apple-esque. Very Apple-esque. So it's very easy and very intuitive to use. And that's why I like using Ecamm. And I'm actually working on a project that no one knows about. But I can tell you because you're a great viewers. I'm gonna work on a book. I'm working on a book that is about Ecamm Live, the basics to the pro. Yes, whatever works for you is what is best for you. Yes, I tested out vMix. It was great, but I feel like so far I used a PC, a laptop, a gaming laptop, and it was overheating a little bit. But so far, I have been liking the M1. It's my preference. It's a great price, and it was cheaper than that PC. But I'm working on a book about Ecamm Live, about basics, because do you still use vMix at all? Not really. I have been using Ecamm more and more. I don't remember the last time I used vMix. I still know it, so I help people. But yeah, so I'm writing a book about how to use Ecamm because it's like because no one has thought about doing it yet, and I think people did, but I feel like it would be more important if I got that out because I know Ecamm, there's a lot of people in the Ecamm community that are still just finding out and they don't know how to build scenes, or they are building scenes. So, do you have an outline or a draft? No, not yet. So, this is how I'm going to do it. So, I'm going to record it. So, I'm going to record it into Ecamm, and then I'm going to put it into Descript. And then that could be my book. And then I know people that do the book from Press and So, and they make my merch. So I'm going to be talking to them in the next couple of days. So, yeah. And I'm going to start talking about scenes and how to use Ecamm scenes, how to do the right way of the countdown timer, why you shouldn't be using scenes, and it's going to translate, and then maybe I cut it up into a Premiere, or yeah, so you're going to definitely buy. It's not a video book. It's going to be like so there's going to be some photos and some text. So it's the easiest and the best that I feel like. Thank you. Yeah, it's very exciting. And I recall, yeah, I record all of my videos with Ecamm. Love it so much. Ecamm's great, and you have great clips from interviews too. So yeah, so I'm gonna be doing a deep dive into that. And I would think Doc would do it, but I'm like the first, and whenever he does the Doc classes, because I'm always there, he's like, you should write a book, and he says like people's names, and he said my name, and like he said, oh, you should hook up with Sylvia and Andrew. So I was like, maybe I should, and do it before everyone else. So yeah, hope everyone enjoyed this quick live stream. I really appreciate it, and we're gonna dance this baby out with some Kung Fu Fightin'. Such a great tune.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.